Good afternoon, or in about 4 minutes, good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday. Um, this is Josh here with SNE Weather. I just want to give you guys an update on what's going to go on tomorrow, what's happening Tuesday, Wednesday, and just give you an early look also at a storm system for the weekend. All right, let's get to it. All right, here we are with the European computer model. We'll start off right for today. You can see over here, coming out of Canada, nice little area of snow. Now, I've been talking about this for several days now that it looks like it's going to just dry up. But there's something that I didn't think might happen, and you're seeing it a little bit here, and that is um, ocean kind of, I don't want to call it ocean enhancement or ocean effect, but it seems like it's going to start gathering some moisture and start enhancing some snow. So there is a slight chance of a snow shower tomorrow. I'm not everybody's going to get one. So, and you can see as it moves off, and actually you can really see it start as it gets into the ocean. You're starting to even get a little bit stronger in a band of area of snow. So that's Monday. So now we're gonna go into Tuesday, and here we are Tuesday night, and then there's this little system down here. This is a very interesting system down over in these parts, and I'll just move it forward. And you can see low pressure, and it's not a strong one, but it is a low pressure. And this is what I was talking about. These things are just moving so fast that it's very hard for it to develop and give us a nice little snowstorm. For those who are looking for snow, for those who don't want snow, are probably saying, yes, thank you. I am glad that this is not hitting us. And then you can see that, I shut the marker off, almost forgot. And then you could see as it goes through, and you could see right here that it's really, you can tell it's definitely intensifying over there south of Nova Scotia. So I'm just going to move it a little further in time, and we'll come up to this weekend. You can see another storm system coming through and rather weak, and then there's this storm system. Well, and I mean, to me, that almost looks like a line of showers and thunderstorms, the way that's set up right there with the yellows. All right. I hit the wrong button. 1 second. All right, here we go. So let's get further into these models now. So, excuse me, here we are. I'm going to show the 500 millibar, and let's bring it, here we are at 60 hours, and bring this back, and let's see what this looks like at 60 hours. You know, storm system is just coming into the picture down here. All right, so you can see it right here. It's pretty much right in that general area. And I think that this model is depicting this area of snow, or snow mix and rain right here. I think it's depicting it a little too light for my thinking, because I'm looking at this, and I could see how it could try to bring some backside snow a little bit. And it is on, now this is interesting as well. You can see this, you know, obviously this is like positive, but you can see that this area is kind of like this. So I can actually see it trying to bring a little bit of backside snow. Now let's take a look at the energy at 60 hours. And, you know, there is definitely some energy taking place here. You can almost see that coming in like this, and you can see it coming in like this. So low pressure is definitely trying to develop right in this area. Now let's move it up a little bit. Let's bring it right here, and let's see what these models look like on the heights and the energy. And I mean, you can definitely see, like, this is like, you can definitely tell that this is negative right here. It's not a deep negative. You kind of want to see it a little deeper than what you're seeing here for a big storm. But nevertheless, there's definitely going to be some, the possibility of some of that backside snow. I think it's just going to be very minimal, kind of what's depicted here. But at the same time, you would think that it could expand out a little bit. Let's look at the energy again. And we were at hour 66, and you can see there's definitely plenty of energy. You can see that right. Oh, wrong button. Let's try that again. Forgot to turn the marker on. You can see there's energy coming in like this, and there's energy out in the front. And you can see kind of almost like a warm front kind of feature right here. So it's possible that there could be some snow just pretty much just right in that area. Could even possibly be rain too if it stays warm enough. Bring it up one more. And you can see that is out there. Oh, where am I? 60, 60, 72. All right. And you can see this is what you want to see. See how you're starting to see this in these darker colors here? You kind of want to see that back here. You want to see something like that, like right in this area, and that would definitely intensify the storm even further. And like I said, and then you're really seeing it, but the storm would be too far east for that to happen. So let's bring it in further, and just to give you an idea of that energy, you can see it here at 60 hours. You got some energy taking place here. But that storm is going to be too far south for that. And then, actually, I am wrong. Sorry. So let's bring it forward. And yeah, and then, it's possible that this could be a band of snow or rain. My thinking may be mostly snow. All right. So, and here is the 500 millibars. And, one has to ask, why is it showing that this storm is not going to get the snow or any moisture, back all the way through here? So let's take a look at the relative humidity. And here we are at 60 hours, and it looks pretty saturated. And this is where the storm system is moving out. And you can see it's very, very dry right there. So this is at 500 millibars. Ooh. At 60 hours. Now, let's take a look at the 700. Oh, there we go. At 60 hours. And here's the problem. It's showing a layer of dry air here. That's some pretty good dry air. I mean, the north is pretty moist, but we're going to have dry air over us. So, that will be an issue if that ends up being the case. So there is an area of dry air right, as I said, right in this area. Now let's look at, I believe it's going to be the 850 millibar level. Yeah, that's not good. That's not going to support moisture getting down to the surface. I mean, it moistens up a little bit by the morning hours, and so, so you got that there at the 850 millibars. There is some dry air that it's going to have to work through. Take another look back at the 700. The 700 does start to moisten up. Does show a little bit of dry air, but it moistens up. So maybe it will get through it. One second, something's going on. That's so weird. 1 minute. Sorry about that. That was the wrong map. All right, here we go. Now we got the right one. So you can see this dry air that's in place right in this area here and going all the way out. And that's left over because of the storms. These storms are just so fast moving through. It's one after another, and they're just not slowing down enough for there to be any type of impact for our area or any type of snow. It does moisten up in the morning hours, but look, the dry air comes in right away, so it doesn't last for long. So if there is going to be any type of snow, it's going to probably be very, very minimal at the moment. Let's take a look at the GFS real quick. Here is the GFS. Let me fix that map. Here's the GFS. All right, that's a lot better. And, you know, this is actually moving that storm a lot quicker than what the arrow is showing, and it just gets it up and out of here. And then here you go for the weekend. That's out, up and out. So that's the weekend, and then keep going further in time. You know, you don't really see a lot of snowstorms or anything really of that magnitude. And you know, I think this might be the closest thing to a snowstorm that we might get. Seeing that this is January 16th, which is about 11 days from now, there's a good chance that could fluctuate west, north, or south. So we'll see what happens, and then, you know, and that's pretty much it. For now, I know the famous date is January 21st, where it seems like we get a lot of our snowstorms. So we'll see what happens in the long run. But like I said, for this Wednesday, you don't see much at all with this system. And it looks very small, very miniature in size. So I think it's going to be a very minimal impact at best. And I'm going to show you what the EPS is showing. And there's the EPS. And I mean, it does show about an inch or two of snow possible by Wednesday afternoon. And there's even a shot at a 3-inch amount over there in the Cape Cod Canal area. So, you know, it's possible maybe 1 to 3 inches. But, you know, there is something that's interesting about this is look at this line right there. That's not far. Like, that's not too far off that coastline. Now, there's a chance that gets back over here. You know what I mean? Let me fix that line. Sorry. If we could get if that gets back over here, now you're talking about 3 to 5 inches in this whole area, that whole area there. But right now, it does show 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, and there's not much of a wind factor that appears with this storm system right now, so I wouldn't expect much of any type of ocean enhancement either. So tomorrow we'll have a better idea. I will update tomorrow night again on Wednesday's system. That will be the only system I update on. I mean, this weekend just looks like some rain. Doesn't look like much of anything. If anything changes, I'll make sure I post immediately. Or as soon as possible, I should say. But right now, I think Tuesday night into Wednesday, it's going to be a possibility of 1 to 3 inches. I think it's going to be more on Wednesday than on Tuesday after midnight. So we'll have to keep an eye on it, and I will periodically send. Actually, I probably will send an update sometime in the afternoon or late morning of what some of the latest models are suggesting. I hope everybody has a great night. And this is Josh. As any weather, have a wonderful evening. And as always, I'll keep you posted.